Hi Jill, how you doing today?
I'm doing okay.
Just okay?
Well, I know we've talked before about me thinking about suicide, and I'm starting to think about it, like a little bit stronger than before. I think a little bit more clearly. So,
Can you tell me a little bit more about that?
well, when we've talked before, I've had the feelings and the thoughts of suicide, but now it's kind of starting to I'm thinking about it more often. I'm thinking about it a little more clearly, and that's alarming to me.
Alright, do you want to die?
Yeah, a little, yeah, sometimes.
Sometimes?
I mean, sometimes I know it would be scary to try it, and my husband would be so hurt, but at the same time, I want to end this. I want to end the feeling that I'm having.
Depression?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have any plan as to how you would end your life if you decided to do that?
I mean, I know if I wanted to that we have pills in the cabinet, so it wouldn't be that hard. I could just take the bottle and
The same pills that you're prescribed for the depression?
yeah.
Do you feel like you're going to carry out that plan?
No, I mean, part of it, that's why I'm nervous, because I'm worried that I might, but at the same time, I'm afraid to, so sometimes I think that I might and sometimes I think I won't. I don't want to, but sometimes I get scared that I will.
So today you're a little worried that you will, or you're a little closer to it than usual, right? We've talked about this before in the past. You've come in, you've had kind of that same plan with the pills and the thoughts. And what stopped you those times? What stopped you in the past?
In the past, I thought, this will get better. I just have to keep trying. I thought, what will my husband feel when I'm gone? And my family, my parents, my brother and sister. I thought that this is as bad as it can get, and it has to get better eventually, but now I'm just starting to feel like I don't think it's going to get better.
Alright, so there's times before when you had the same feeling, right? You felt just as bad as you feel now. Really down, a little hopeless. What happened a few days after that? After the thoughts, suicide went away? What was your outlook on life then?
I mean, I'd feel a little better, and then I'd say to myself, that was silly, I don't want to do that. I don't want to end things, it's too rash. But it's starting to feel like a permanent problem.
So you feel like this time, these suicidal thoughts, they're markedly different than what you've experienced before?
I wouldn't say markedly, but I would say they're different. They're stronger.
More intense this time?
Yeah.
Right. What do you think's brought these feelings on? Before we talked about it, I know it was surrounding relationships.
Mhm.
Is it the same thing this time?
I mean, I guess that has something to do with it. I guess it's just when I look to everything, everything that could be good, or everything, just everything, life, my relationships, the future, I just look at it and I see despair. I just see everything going wrong, and I just don't see how it could get better. I just don't see it.
You have a sense of hopelessness.
Yes.
Right. So this time is different because you feel it's maybe less situational, less tied with relationships, and more, well, philosophical. You're looking at your outlook, and you're saying it's not going to get any better. What's the point of going on? All right, so this is a little bit of new territory for you. How long have you been feeling this way with the intensity you have right now?
Probably a week, maybe a little less.
Mm-hmm. What's prevented you from hurting yourself this last week?
I'm afraid to do it. I'm just scared. It's like jumping off a diving board. Like, you get up to the edge and you stand there. That's where I'm at.
Have you made any gestures to harm yourself? Like, have you went and grabbed the pills, or went to the medicine cabinet, looked at the pills, anything like that?
Yeah. Sometimes I look at them.
You look at them?
Mhm.
Have you done anything further than look at them?
Well, I mean, so I have to take them. It's my prescription. So
Mhm.
when it's time, I start thinking about it. Like, it's more, I think about like, the ideations come even more because it's like a trigger. Like, I'm thinking about the pills. So I go to the cabinet and I get my pills, and I take the one that I'm supposed to, but I just look at the bottle and I kind of stand there and I just think, instead of putting the bottle back, I could take it with me.
And what do you end up doing?
It takes a while, but I put it back. It's scary. Like, I look into the bottle and I'm afraid because dying is scary, but
And how about the pain that you would cause your husband and the rest of your family?
yeah, I don't want to do that.
You don't want that?
I don't want my husband to find me. I don't want him to feel like this is his fault. I don't want him to be sad that I'm gone. I don't want him to feel like I feel.
And when relatives of somebody that committed suicide hear about the suicide, who do they blame?
Themselves.
Yeah.
And it's not their fault. It's not their fault. And I know that they wouldn't be able to get over it. And I know that they'll be thinking about how bad I felt. They'll have to know what it really felt like for me.
So I know this is a tough time, right? But the good news is you're here talking to me about it, right? If you're talking about it, I'm going to guess that you want to do something to prevent it, to feel better. Right? Are you going to carry out your plan? Are you going to hurt yourself?
I don't want to.
Or are you going to?
No, I think if I can just remember what it'll be like for them, that'll keep me from doing it. You know, it's the times that I forget to think about how they're gonna feel that I get closer to the edge. But when I remember, you know, like, it upsets me to think about what it'll be like for them. So if I can remember to think about that, then it'll help me not do that. But I think having the pills there in the cabinet like that is a big temptation for me.
Okay, so can we do this? Your husband's at home, right? You mentioned. You take the pills once a day,
Yeah.
right? Before bed.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Can we? Would you be willing to sign a release so I can talk to him and he can hold on to those pills, and just give you the pill each night? You take one a night.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Would that be okay?
Yeah, I think that would be a good idea.
Right. Is there anything else in the medicine cabinet or anywhere else in the house that could be of danger to you?
I think, yeah, I think it would be a good idea to just make sure that everything that was in the medicine cabinet.
All the pills?
Yeah.
Okay. Would he be willing to do that? And
I think that he would be willing to do that. He wants me to get through this.
Okay. And if I get a release to talk to him, like, you'll sign it?
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. You're familiar with this concept, because we talked about before, contracting for safety?
Mhm.
Remember the prior times when
Yeah.
you've been in a state similar to this? Can you promise me that you're going to not harm yourself?
I can do that. At least until next week when we meet again, I promise.
Let's be a little sooner than that.
Okay.
Okay. Set something up for tomorrow.
Okay.
That
Yeah,
work for
I
you?
can definitely do that. I can do that.
All right. I know this is a rough time. I'm trying to appreciate how rough it is for you. I want you to keep in mind how you felt after the times before and how you do tend to pull out of this and you look back at it a lot differently. But in the moment, it's hard to see that.
Mm-hmm.
Right? That doesn't necessarily make this any easier. But if you can hang on until we can get through this cycle in the depression, you'll probably have a different outlook.
Okay.
If history's any evidence, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Does that kind of make sense? All right. So, what do you have planned for the rest of the day after you leave here?
I'm just gonna go home. My husband will be home from work and have dinner, watch TV.
Okay.
He'll be there, so.
Are you going to be alone at any time between when you leave here and when you come and see me tomorrow?
Yeah, I'll probably be home for a little while in the morning, but I have to work, so I won't have, I'll be busy.
Okay. If these feelings intensify to where you do feel you're going to act on them,
Mm-hmm.
would you promise to call me, and if you can't get hold of me, call 911?
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. I'm going to get that release so we can talk to your husband, and then I'm going to see you for a few minutes and we'll set up an appointment for tomorrow.
Okay.
All right?
Thank you.
Thanks, Joe.